All right, boys. Let's go. Let's do this. We'll wait for some people to get on in. We'll wait for the gang to get on in. And we're going to get through this loss. Express what you need to express. Say what you need to say. Get it off your chest. Whatever you got to do, man. We here. And we're going to go through this loss together. W game. Yeah, money. Go piss off, okay? What up, Jacob? Trying, bro. What up, Lowski? What up, Mello? 1-3 fires to fantasy, huh? Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that this week. I'm sure. But how we feeling this morning? What's the temperature check? What's the vibe check real quick? Fill me in. How we feeling real quick? Cause I edited through that first quarter and just like I'm afraid to even watch the second, third, and fourth. I'm afraid to even watch the second, third, and fourth, bro. This man Stefanski really let Dustin Hopkins kick a 56-yarder and then said, nah, dog, you can't kick before the half, bro. What are you doing? Sit down. I'm gonna laugh it out, bro. I'm gonna laugh it out. Dario, what up? Vincent, I feel you. 14-3? Yeah, I wish, buddy. I wish. What's going on with Coop? We're gonna get into all of it. I think where we need to start though, since I've been seeing it, we need to start here. This is where we need to start. Because I've been seeing a lot of people say we need to fire this man. He isn't putting the right guys in place. Da 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 da. And my question to you is what? I don't understand how everybody was fine with running it back, and then instead of going to the guy who's running the offense, you're gonna go to the guy who signed everybody back that you wanted signed, traded for guys when we needed positions filled, drafted they're not cornerstone pieces, but pieces on this team that are very, very, very valuable. And we just want to fire him because our offense can move the ball. When in reality, we should be going this direction. And whether it be this man giving up the offense or putting him on the hot seat, there needs to be some kind of change this week. I don't see a world, and I don't see a way we don't make any major changes this week. And if the changes are going to be the same thing that we've seen, if the changes are going to be we're activating Nick Chubb, Jack Conklin's playing, and Jedrick Wills is playing, I tell you what, that better work, and it better look fantastic. Because that's not the change. Everyone's saying the offense. We know how bad this offensive line is. But the problem that I have, now that it's funny how everyone likes to move the needle and stretch it. Because last week, no one was really hearing the offensive line thing. It was all Deshaun Watson's fault. There were a little bit of offensive line comments, but it was majority Watson's fault. But this week, that's the only thing people are talking about is our offensive line. Yet Deshaun Watson looked competent and looked like the best Deshaun Watson we've seen since he's been in the uniform here. So I know how bad the offensive line is. I'm not sitting here saying the offensive line isn't one of our major problems. But that doesn't change the fact that we have a terrible run scheme. We can't muster up drives more than 5 plays. And when we do, it's at the beginning of the half and fresh out of the half, aka stuff that's scripted. We make 0 adjustments. We've brought in new offensive linemen. We've brought in new running backs. You guys know what I say. We've brought in all this different stuff on offense. We fired Van Pelt. We tailored a new offense to where Watson is supposed to be. All these things. And yet our offense still looks like it did in 2020, at the end of 2020, and towards the end of that playoff game, into 2021, all of 2022, and half of 2023. People get so caught up with this 2-time coach of the year status that they, just like Watson stands are blinded by the contract or whatever the case, but however you want to call that, Stefanski stands are blinded by the fact that he has a 2-time coach of the year title behind him. When you think about it, we're 2 of the most, I'm not discrediting them. It's just, think about the coach of the 2020 in a year where when you can control the chaos, when there's nothing but planning and gathering information. They were game planning at home. You're telling an Ivy League guy he has the most time in the world to figure out and operate a plan. And you see how it worked out. It was fantastic. The second everything went back to normal, you've got all of these problems on. Do you remember how stagnant? Matter of fact, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Look at this. This goes back, we're going to go back all the way to not even last year, because everybody likes to go back and say, oh, well, Joe Flacco was lightning in a bottle. Joe Flacco was lightning in a bottle, and let's call that what it is. I don't give a damn what he's doing in Indy right now. What he did for us last year was lightning in a bottle. How do I get to the thing? Hold on. How do I get here? 2023, no, not 2023. My bad. How do I get to the games of this season? I want to go all the way back to 2021. We're going to start here. I haven't gone back this far, but I know 2022 has it. Or is it 2021? Where is the schedule at? Here it is. We're going to go all the way back to 2021, right? This has been, matter of fact, we're going to go back to 2020. And we're going to start it here because this is where I remember I looked at. This has always been a common theme. 9 plays, 34 yards. 3 plays, 7 yards. 2 plays, 7 yards. 8 plays, 31 yards. 5 plays, 2 yards. 8 plays, 27 yards. 3 plays, 0 yards. 9 plays, 60 yards, touchdown. Finally, where is that? Out of the half. And then you get another 12 play, 83 yard here. 4 plays, 13 yards. 3 plays, minus 2 yards. When his 8 plays, 44 yards, turnover on downs. Go back. This is still 2020. This isn't a win. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know what this looks like. We're going to see, though. 10 plays, 49. Stefanski, signature. These are signature drives. 10 plays, 95. 13 plays, 75. 4 plays, 18. 6 plays, 9 yards. 6 plays, 20 yards. Like, this is in 2020. Okay? Let's go to 2021. Let's go here. Let's see what it looks like here. 6 plays, 75, signature. Look at that. Look at this. This is all signature. This is when Stefanski was in his bag, right? This is all the preparation. First game of the season. We prepped for these guys all year, right? 3 plays, 27 yards. Another signature drive. 4 plays, negative 10 yards. 3 plays, 3 yards. 5 plays, 31 yards. It's like if Stefanski doesn't have a 15-10, if he doesn't have a 12 play, 10 yard play drive and take up 7 minutes of the clock. All he does is go freaking 3 and outs for 10 yards. 5 plays, 10 yards. Like, what are we doing? This has been a common theme. 8 plays, 35. 6 plays, 47. 4 plays, 35 yards. That must have been off a turnover or something. Holy crap. Signature drive. Look, 10 plays, 75. That's a signature Stefanski drive. 7 plays, 72. Fresh out of the half. Signature Stefanski drive. 4 plays, 6 yards. Signature Stefanski drive. 9 plays, 8-2. Like, this is in 2021. This isn't even when things were like, this is when things were borderline good. You see that. Let's go to when things started to really turn, though. Let's go to when things really started to turn. Jacoby Brissett year. Let's go to the Jacoby Brissett year. I don't think you guys remember how stagnant this offense was. I don't think you guys remember, bro. 8 plays, 29 yards. 8 plays, 24 yards. 3 plays, 2 yards. 3 plays, 42 yards. 8 plays, signature Stefanski drive. Signature Stefanski BS, but he gets a field goal out of it. But look at it. 9 plays, 52 yards. 13 plays, 58 yards. It's only a field goal. 9 plays, 52 yards. It's only a field goal. How are we not scoring? Right? 7 plays, 19 yards and a punt. How, Sway? 6 plays, 35. Do you guys remember this? This is in 2022. It's always been like this, guys. This isn't anything new. Oh, this game. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm about to pull this game up. How do we lose this game? Oh, I don't know. Let's look at the play-by-play. When they had a lead, I see 9 plays, 75 yards, signature drive. 6 plays, 19. 6 plays, 42. For 30. I think that was a Nick Chubb run, wasn't it? Because I know Nick Chubb went crazy this game. I know Nick Chubb went crazy this game, bro. I don't even know where it's at, but either way, 2 plays, 21 yards. That's an interception. Like falling, like clock management. 6 plays, 42 yards, 35 seconds. What the hell? No clock management. 4 plays, 22 yards. 1 play, 3 plays minus 2 yards. This was a good game. We thought Stefanski was cooking this game. I remember I was at this game. I didn't even watch that one on the TV, and I remember how good of a game that was because Nick Chubb had 3 touchdowns, 17 carries for 87 yards. But my point is, if you go back, we lost 4 games in a row. We got to look at this stretch because this is probably the same stretch that 2 plays, 15 yards, 8 plays, 71 yards, and it doesn't turn into points. You had 1 signature Stefanski drive, 2 signature Stefanski drives, and yet 13 plays, 69 yards with 6 minutes and 24 seconds only turns into a field goal. Never capitalizing. That's where that goes to. Out of the half, no adjustments. 3 plays, 3 yards. 3 plays, 2 yards. 7 plays, 16 yards. Do y'all see where I am going with this, guys? It didn't matter what quarterback was in here. It didn't matter when our offensive line was good or not. This has been the same vanilla, sorry ass, can't make adjustments offense no matter who it is, bro. 6 plays, 10 yards for 59 seconds. 4 plays, 5 yards. 8 plays, 45 missed field. Oh my God, the missed field goals were brutal. That was the Cade York era. 3 plays, 4 yards. Like, this is in 2022. It's just crazy how like this, and this is all lightning in a bottle. The whole, well, why did he look good with Joe Flacco? Because Joe Flacco had nothing to lose. He's a veteran in this league. He's an old school, and sometimes old school will whoop ass on the new school. Now look up games from when he was in the Vikings. I don't even care about the Vikings. It's probably the same thing. Mike, what's up, baby? I don't even care. Stefanski has to stop calling plays. I don't know what happened with our defense, but Deshaun isn't playing bad, and Amari isn't playing good anymore. I just don't know how to fix it. Also, good morning. Good morning, Films. How you doing, bro? Aaron, good morning, Zay. Wake up feeling even worse, and I went to sleep just awful. It was terrible, bro. Eric, Stefanski drives me nuts. Yes. I just... We're 4 weeks in, bro, and we're sitting here having the same questions and conversations that we've had for 5 years with Kevin Stefanski. I get it. You don't want to like Deshaun Watson. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and try to sway you the other direction. right? You want to sit here and say that our offensive line is trash. I'm with you. Our offensive line is terrible right now. You want to sit here and say trade Amari Cooper? Fine. It clearly looks like his mental is off. You want to sit here and say fire AB? There's no way I can even entertain that right now. But when you sit here and you can't see because you're blinded by the two-time coach of the year and you don't think he plays a part in these losses when he's the head coach and you are what your record says you are, you're sitting here 1-3. At what point are we going to bring our two-time coach of the year into the equation as him being the problem? Do you guys remember how many times we threw him on and off the hot seat? Like, in this world, in the world of 2024 and what we live in, we are so caught up in the moment. We forget Mike with the big GGs. Let's go, baby. Love you, bro. W Mike and chat. We are so caught up in it's it like whatever happened in the most recent state. That's what people run with, right? And they forget everything else. It's a like 1 year Josh Jacobs is the top 5 running back. The next year he's not even in the top 10 conversation. 1 year Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. Now he's not even, people forgot until he come back out and start doing, like, people forget about a lot of different things. And I think what people forget with this Cleveland Browns team is it's never looked good on the offense. It's never, we've always had to squint our eyes and be like, yeah, it looked good this week. Kind of like you guys forget that it's not just Deshaun Watson. It was we ran Baker Mayfield out of Cleveland. We put so much pressure on Baker Mayfield. He felt like he had to go out there with a broken shoulder and play every single game to go out there and get his contract because us as fans and everyone in the media ran his ass out of Cleveland. Like, we played a part in that. And I get it. Baker Bros didn't. Baker Bros run heavy, which is why you see that majority of the fan base ever. But it was Baker Mayfield. It was Jacoby Brissett. It was PJ Walker. It was DTR. It was everybody. It was every quarterback we've had. We sat here every single week and said, Stefanski, how the hell are you only running the ball 14 times with the best running back in the league? How the hell are you going week in and week out? Do you guys remember the end of the Washington game last year when Nick Chubb ran the ball 2 times for a collective of like 50 yards and then they pulled him out of the game and we didn't come out with a touchdown? I don't think you guys understand that this has been a common theme under the Stefanski era. Whether it's AVP, whether it's Deshaun, it does not matter. The only thing that has not changed is the guy running the mother-loving show. And now look at what's going on. Baker Mayfield is in Tampa Bay, looking like the Baker Mayfield we all fell in freaking love with. I sit here every week and I say, I don't give a damn what Baker Mayfield's doing. I don't give a damn what Joe Flacco's doing. But I have to, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, wait a minute. We all collectively thought, besides the Baker Bros, that it was a good idea to do this. 13 other teams wanted Deshaun Watson. We got our guy. We finally made the jump. And then he goes on to the Carolina Panthers and gets cut. And then he goes to the Rams, has a good game, gets cut. He has a lot of bad performances. People forget that. And then he goes to Tampa, grows up, matures, something that he would not have done here. Baker Mayfield would have never matured here. And he looks exactly like who we thought he would be. And how many times did I sit in this very position before Chef Zay was Chef Zay, before anybody knew who I was? If there's people that have been here from the beginning, how many times did I sit here and ride and I say, you can win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield? Is he ever going to be his ceiling is top 10. How many times have I said it? He'll never be a top 5 quarterback in the league. He will be a top 10, but you can win a Super Bowl in this league with I vividly remember sitting in the spot with the camera at this angle going this way, saying it over and over and over again. Just because Baker Mayfield isn't the best guy in the league does not mean you can't win a Super Bowl with him. But at the time, Deshaun Watson was a miles above Baker. It wasn't even a question, guys. We never were sitting here saying that Baker Mayfield wasn't our guy. But what you guys also fail to realize and understand is that the Browns have never had an opportunity to go get an elite quarterback. The Browns, you rarely have an opportunity to trade for a guy, and the Browns are rarely ever in contention when there's an opportunity to go get a guy like that. Not only did the Browns want him, 12 other teams wanted this guy, and not only did 12 other teams want this guy, 4 of those teams were willing to pony up guaranteed bread, just like the Cleveland Browns were. So at the time, we're sitting here saying, we just hit gold for the first time in our life. We've got a top 5 quarterback talent. The Browns have never been in that conversation. So hindsight is 2020 because you see Baker Mayfield doing what he's doing now, but no one was listening to it when I was sitting here saying Baker Mayfield can win a Super Bowl in this league. He may not win multiple, but you can get one out of him because he has that type of talent. But it's funny, no one wanted to see that when Coach of the Year was leading the way. And now guess what? You just signed him to one of the worst extensions. We're going to be paying this guy like we have been Hugh Jackson and Mike Holmgren and all this other stuff. Because if he's not on the hot seat first quarter through the season, there's no way in hell if we don't win 3 out of the next 4 games, there's no way in hell he's not on the hot seat by the half of the season. And at that point, when it comes halfway mark, you're going to be sitting here saying, are we firing coach? What are we doing? You're going to end up having to pack it up at some point and look forward to the draft, which is right into everyone's freaking lap. Same old freaking Browns. You guys want to be the Browns so bad. Not all you fans, but there is a majority of this fan base that wants to be the same old Browns so bad that you guys have been clamoring for the draft before the season even started. It's so pathetic and sad. It's so pathetic and sad that we are sitting here and you let these trolls get the last laugh because you feed right into that dumbass mentality. Why are we sitting here talking about the draft? And why are we looking at quarterback drafting at 4 weeks in, 2 weeks in? Our culture as a fan base is so pathetic sometimes. We are the greatest fan base in the world. It's not even a question. We are the greatest fan base in the world. Yet we also have some of the saddest fans to go along with it because of this dumbass mentality that we've ultimately been beaten into. Like, I get it, but when do you draw the line? We've had more success in these past 5 years than we have had in the past 25 years as a Cleveland Browns organization. And yet we are as miserable as we are now than when we went 1-31. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? We never can look at any of the positives on this team. We set our expectations so high why are you doing that if you already know that they're going to go back and do the same thing that they always do? Why are you setting the expectation if it's the same old Browns? Why are you watching every single week if you're just going to sit here and continue to be the same old Browns? Because you're bringing that energy, you're welcoming in that energy, and then you just can't wait to be right, huh? You just can't wait to go to your friends and be like, I told y'all he was going to suck. I told y'all. Like, does that stroke y'all ego so good that y'all live and die by being right because the Browns are trash? Congratulations. It's not hard to sit here and say that the Browns are going to be trash. We've been trash more than we've been good. Congratulations on being right yet again. It makes no sense to me. And now what we thought was an easy stretch of the schedule, we're sitting here 1-3. 3/4 of the fan base is off a cliff. You got a quarter of the fan base that it thinks Kevin Stefanski is still the greatest coach in the league. You got a portion of the fan base that wants Stefanski gone. You got people that want them to trade the house for Joe Flacco. You got some people that already are checked out or ready for the draft. We've never been more divided than we are right now. We've never been more divided than we are right now. We were more together during the 1-31 season than we have been this past 5 years as a collective, and we've had more success than we've ever had since 99. You guys want to be miserable at this point. You guys love the mental. It's like you guys love the toxic relationship that you're in. As much as you guys say, I'm done with her, man. I'm done with him. I ain't going back. You find yourself right back here next week, going through the same abuse that you've put yourself through for the past 20, 30 years. Why don't you guys want to? Why is it so hard? Like, I get it now. Week 4, I'm on with you. It's going to be hard for me to pull positives. I'm going to still do it. I'm going to still do it. But I don't understand why people would choose to be miserable. I just don't choose. I just don't understand it, bro. What about a former Pro Bowler Huntley goes off tonight? Sean, don't even go there, bro. Don't even do that to me because we already see too many freaking people go off from that's a former Brown now. Screw the draft season is long and the off season are ridiculous. Win or lose, I could care less about the draft. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You break up with the Browns at least 4 times a game. That's pretty toxic, Mills. That's pretty toxic. Hard to watch this team. It is. It is hard to watch the team, man. I like. I'd be sitting here. I'd be lying to you if I say it's not. The team is unfortunately bad. Bleep happens. At least we may be able to develop a quarterback now. I mean, look, you guys know me. I'm about to give you some optimism. If anything, we about to see if four about to we about to see how bad four wants it. And I think, there's a lot of people that no matter what Deshaun Watson will do, they won't care. But I tell you this right now. If Deshaun Watson finds a way, I know we talking big pipe dreams. If Deshaun Watson finds a way to peel off a win versus the hottest team in the league, arguably in the Commanders, a broken down Philadelphia team, a Bengals team that's in the same boat as us, and that Baltimore Ravens team that looks like they're right back off, and you can get this ship back on course, it it could it's a lot of football left, guys. There's still a lot of football left. I know y'all don't want to hear the pipe dream right now. If they fire Stefanski, who would you be a replacement? The replacement is in house. It's so crazy because, like, you know how I always talk about Andrew Berry and how he plays chess and he's always looking. He's not looking 2 moves ahead. He's looking 3, 4 moves, bro. They have a guy in house right now. Mike Vrabel is. Do you know what Mike Vrabel would do to this team? Vrabel wasn't good in Tennessee. Cleveland sports, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Mike Vrabel went 12-5 for like 3 years in a row. One coach of the year. I know years that they didn't even have them being good and they still came out being good. Please don't go there. Please don't go there. Please don't go there. Check his record, buddy. Oh, I know his record. He's been to the AFC Championship game. He's won multiple divisions. He's won the division plenty of times. What are we talking about? Anyway, like I was saying, I'm with you. Who said that? Only Cleveland channel. He ain't getting fired, but Mike's in the realms. Mike's in the realms. Um, but before any of that would happen, before they even go the fire Kevin Stefanski route, I think he would have to give up play calling. Like, I think before you go that drastic route, he is still a 2-time coach of the year, whether I like it, you like it, or whoever likes it. He still is a 2-time coach of the year, and um, you know, you give him that benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, if he can't put his ego to the side and give up play calling, that's when you have to make the hard decision. But I think until we fully know that Kevin Stefanski gives it up and says, "Yes, I'm no longer running the offense. I'm giving all of the duties to Dorsey. I'm gonna take the head coaching job." I'm trying to think if we've ever seen that happen before. But he would have to come out and say, "Yeah, I'm no longer gonna call the plays. The offense is now gonna be ran through Dorsey." And if it continues to go bad, that's when you go that route. But that would be the card that would be pulled before firing him. I don't see a world where we just up and fire him as much as I want him gone. 54-45 isn't a good record. Vrabel is unemployed for a reason. Now, what's Stefanski's record? If you don't mind me asking. Exactly, J Dutch. Exactly. Like what? 39-35. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Key. I thought it was gonna be something way better than that, bro. I thought it was gonna be something way better than that. Vrabel, yeah, I'm down. Deshaun started 0-3 in 2018 and finished 11-5. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes, like they say, the Lord got the best plan, right? They got the best plan. He know what he doing. And here's what I say to this: like, sometimes the story gonna be that. How sweet was that story last year? How sweet was it when the Browns had all these guys out and we week in and week out like, yeah, the Browns ain't got a shot. Yeah, they gonna lose. Yeah, this did it. And then we came out and we won, right? How sweet would this be if everyone was out on Deshaun Watson, everyone was out on the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns galvanized again and found a way to do it one more time before they ultimately have to break this thing up. I'm sorry. I was Mr. Run It Back the second the clock struck zero. That's clearly was not a great idea. Um, and by the way, losing Jordan Hicks, I've been watching Jordan Hicks every week because Taki was a guy that gave up a lot of plays. Taki was a big part of the reason why we looked at some of these plays and we're like, damn, I love Taki, but Jordan Hicks was a huge loss losing him yesterday. Um, he went down with that injury, and we couldn't do anything after that. Bro, we really not haven't scored over 20 points all year. We really have not scored 20 points all year. We got $180 million this year going out on our offense. What's my thoughts on Cooper? Let's get in Cooper. Let's get on Cooper. What about our guy Bill and any upcoming college head coach? I'm not even looking forward to that right now. We just got to stomach it. I don't want to stomach it, but I'm going to glamour for him to give up. I'm definitely calling for play calling. He needs to give it up. I don't care. Give it up. I'm done. If you're not going to give it up, then you need to be fired. Your ego can't be that big. This offense needs to change. We haven't scored over 20 points. Don't tell me Dorsey's running the show. No, you're running the plays. Don't tell me this is Dorsey's offense. I don't care if it's his offense. He's not calling the plays. I don't care. I don't care. But Amari Cooper needs to be talked about. Because last week and the week before that and the week before that, I wasn't worried about Deshaun Watson. I haven't been worried about Amari Cooper. But when he's been going out of his way a lot lately in the media, like we've heard a lot of Amari Cooper and we never have. He's been voicing his opinion a lot lately. And all I can think about is this. All I can think about is this. Oh, damn, that's me. What do you mean, bro? You wouldn't mind it at all. And then the very next day, where's the post at? Where he says, you can think what you want to think on that tweet. Bruh, I wasn't thinking of it, nothing. I wasn't thinking nothing of the tweet. But 4 weeks in, that's the only damn thing that I can think about. And that's clearly the only thing that you can think about. Because what the hell happened, bro? I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm just upset. I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm just upset. Like, you been great for us. But what the hell happened, bro? You look ass. Judy is number one, bro. I thought Judy was gonna be. Y'all told me, bro. Y'all told me Jerry Judy contract was trash. Y'all told me that was the worst contract besides the Deshaun Watson one. Y'all told me, what the hell is we doing? Nobody wanted him, and yet here we are. And Jerry Judy, the best mother we got on this team. He looks like the best receiver on our team. Oh, Steve Smith apologizes to Jerry Judy. Hold up. Wait a minute. I didn't see this.
A couple of months ago, prior to, all of us now athletes have a podcast. And so I was doing my podcast, and
it's a good one, by the way.
Appreciate that. And I love breaking down wide receivers. And so I had discussed a lot of wide receivers, and Jerry Judy was one of those guys. And what I said and how I said it wasn't the best way how to say it.
Okay.
Right. And so because of that, I really didn't pay it any attention because it had kind of come and gone. And then when it kind of led up to this year, I had heard some things that it just didn't sit well with him. And so I'm okay with it. You know, my foundation, we do a fantastic job in Charlotte. We have a 12,000 square foot mental health facility. So I do counseling, right?
Nice.
And so, and the reason I do counseling is the stuff I dealt with when I was a young man growing up. Man, it has informed
Is this
me
old?
to behave and respond in ways that.
Yeah, they weren't in Utah.
Right? And you can go Google
This
that
is
and
old.
do whatever you want with it. That's fine. And so what happened?
But I still want to hear it. I ain't never
as
see
did
it.
that, I was like in my counseling, it was like, man, when something's going, when there's a problem, you have to address the problem, but you got to fix it the way you addressed it. And so it was publicly. And so what I wanted to do, because I didn't.
Oh, I did see that part. I like what he said there, though.
Because I did. So it was publicly, but you got to fix it the way you addressed it. And so it was publicly. And so what I wanted to do, because I didn't want to address the problem. When there's a problem, you have to address the problem, but you got to fix it the way you addressed it.
The Browns have never done anything publicly. I don't expect them to do anything publicly. I don't expect them to fix this problem because we're sitting here telling them to fix the problem.
Means new projects.
But they have always done the things like this. Like, I go back to this 5-year window. This 5-year window, they've had a plan. They've done, when things have gone wrong, they've executed the plan. They've done accordingly. And that's why I'm super anxious to see. That's why I'm super anxious to see the way how they operate this and what's going to happen next week, because something has to change. There has to be some drastic change going into week 5, because they always go through quarter seasons. A quarter through the season, it's a disaster. It's almost as worse. The only thing worse than 1-3 is 0-4. So I'm going to give this organization the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to be hard on them this week. But And I, as much as I want Andrew Berry or someone to come out here, Stefanski, to tell us something different in the media, they have never done that, to Steve Smith's point. But I will be looking to see what this drastic change was this week, because I was expecting them to have a change this week, and we didn't get that. We did get it from Deshaun, but as far as the offense as a whole, we didn't get that. And if it continues to stack, how they talk about stacking wins, if these performances of them continue to stack, which we've seen for 4 consecutive weeks now, there needs to be a change. There's no way we should look back at these game charts for 4 weeks straight and see this. 3 plays, 6 plays, 17 yards, 3 plays, 2 yards, 7 plays, 43 yards, 6 plays, 23 yards. That's on Cooper. 5 plays, -1, 5 plays, 21, 3 plays, 6 yards, 8 plays, 50. Like this, when is it going to change? That's the problem, Jacob. And that's the problem is that if he's never going to give up play calling, then he needs to be fired because you're a detriment to your team right now. And I get it. The offensive line is abysmal. It's abysmal. But you still got the best quarterback play you've got out of 4 all year, and you had an opportunity to win it, even when you were behind the 8 ball, even when you had 6 consecutive 3-and-outs or whatever it was. Andy Dickerson probably needs to be fired. If we want to talk about firing people, because what the hell has he done to this offensive line? He's the guy that replaced Callahan. And yet I've seen a guy that people were talking about DeJuan Jones being the next guy to run this tackle position for a decade, to now us sitting here talking about, is DeJuan Jones even a starter in this league at this point? Losing Andy Dickerson was the worst thing to happen to this team all year. And it's just crazy how we picked up guys, like someone said, we're not picking up guys off the street. We literally were picking guys up off the street last year. And Bill found a way to make it work. Do you remember the guy, Christian? What was his name? Something Christian? Picked him up off the street. He literally met Joe Flacco in the parking lot or something like that. And he was competent. Yeah, that's it, Obscure. So I know it can be done. We picked up guys all up off the street last year and got it to work. Now here's where my panic kicks in. Like, here's where my worry starts to come. I told you guys I would only worry if one thing were to happen, and yesterday it happened. Part of it plays into the offense not being able to stay on the field and move the ball. But yesterday was different. Something looked up with our defense yesterday. And if this defense starts to crumble, you can pack it up. Because the defense was the only thing giving me hope. The defense was the only thing keeping me level. Because despite us losing to the Giants, they were dominant in the second half. They looked dominant against the Jaguars despite the debacle that almost happened. And in week 1, nobody was prepared. Martin Emerson looked god-awful yesterday. We couldn't tackle a tackle box if it was in front of us. We looked soft at times because we made a lot of physical hits yesterday. I ain't gonna say we looked soft. That's unfair. That's unfair. We ain't look soft, but at times we looked soft. We looked like the Joe Woods era for a heavy portion of that game. But if there's anything that I will ride until the wheels fall off. I will ride with this defense until I can't ride no more. But to sit here and tell you that I'm now not worried, I would be lying to you. Because what I saw yesterday, there's no way you're getting carved up without Devontae Adams. There's no way. You're letting a guy I can't even remember, Marmon, whatever the dude's name is, destroy you. That's not like us. So am I panicked? No. Am I a little worried? Yes. Tucker, that's his name. I'm a little worried. Because you've got Jaden Daniels is playing like the best quarterback in the league right now. Is he not? He's top. He's playing like top five. I won't say he's playing like the best. He playing like top five. Is he not? You gotta play this team, bro. We can't even put up 20 points, and this man put up 42 and 38 in back-to-back games. Our defense better wake up next week. Our defense better wake. Everybody better wake up next week, bro. This is where we need a Ray Lewis, bro. We need a Ray Lewis so bad on this team. And I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about a motivator. We need some type of voice in the locker room. And I don't know who that is on our team. As much as I love Miles does a good job. I've loved the growth that we remember when Miles was so like timid when he first came into the league. I don't want to say timid, but Miles is a completely different human being than when he first got into this league, and I love the evolution that I've seen in it. But we need a motivator. We need somebody that's and somebody said Jameis, not that type of motivator. Like somebody that gives you goosebumps. Like when they talk and it's like, oh yeah, I wanna take somebody's head off for you. I want to take somebody's head off for you. And I just don't feel like I would take a head off for Miles. I know I sound crazy saying that, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know you've been in a locker room where you got a guy or a coach that puts that feeling in you. You know what I mean? Am I tripping? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? That feeling? It's a certain feeling that you get when a person talks and when he's speaking, and you just like, I want to, yes, let's go. Like, JOK, that's not his MO. He do it differently. That's not his MO. Pause. Appreciate you, Justin. I don't know. They don't make them like that no more. I'm asking for a lot. They don't make players like that no more. I know they out there. It's hard to find them. I'm just trying to like. There's just not many things that can fix. It can be dope. It could be a lot of different people on this team. Like there's people on this team that get me going, but I'm talking like it's just that feeling, bro. I need somebody that give me every like them goosebumps. The second he opened his mouth, I'm like, oh damn, we about to we winning today. Like when somebody open up their mouth, we should be like, we winning today. Period. And all throughout the game yesterday, even when we were up 10-0, it's weird because I feel like I didn't feel like this last year. But last year, I think or this week, I never felt like we were gonna win the game. Like, no, I don't want to say that. I felt like we could win it, but I always felt like we were gonna choke it away. Did anybody else feel like that yesterday? Like I didn't sit there and I was like, yeah, this is it. We got this game. Like I was sitting there yesterday and I was panicked. Well, my first key to victory was activate the next play mentality, and I completely disregarded that throughout the entire game because every play that went against us, everything that happened to us, I just felt like here we go again. At up 10-0, I was still like, it's not enough. It's not enough. And I don't know how you fix that. I don't know. That's a problem. You shouldn't feel that way when you're up 10-0 with $180 million offense and supposedly one of the best defenses in the league and one of the best kickers in the league. Right? The game always felt like it was in question. Exactly. And Stefanski, I don't know why he thinks 10-point leads are enough. and why he doesn't insist on running the damn score up. I'm watching the Ravens game and it's 14-3, and I'm like, the Bills are gonna get a stop, right? And then I watch one play and I'm like, the Bills aren't getting the stop. They about to run this up. Lamar Jackson's about to score again and again. They gonna run this. We've never ran it up on anybody. We never run it up. That's Stefanski has no dog in him. No dog. That boy is if he's a dog, that boy is one of them yippers. He got you can't even get within 10 feet of him. That's the only dog he is. All bark, no mother loving bite. Because if you I seen a team that was up 14-3 and they was like, this ain't enough. We running it up even more. They embarrassed the Bills yesterday. And guess what? We all was sitting here like, yay, they losing. Yay. Baltimore got their No, they don't. Baltimore ain't got no freaking problems right now, bro. Derrick Henry just ran for down there 20 yards. It's a nightmare for us right now. It's a nightmare on Lou Groza Boulevard, man. Jimmy Haslam shouldn't be sleeping well, just like the Giants GM wasn't sleeping well after Barkley went to the Eagles. 1-3. 1-3 is what your Cleveland Browns football team. Deshaun Watson was in Jones' face. What was Stefanski doing? Let's shift right. Oh, Watson's. Oh, wait, I gotta call the play. Wait. That's what he was doing. But absolutely loved what I saw in that interaction with DeJuan Jones and Deshaun Watson. That is exactly, and seeing DeJuan Jones take that live, it shows me that he gets it. It shows me that he's still bought in. It shows me that he cares. It shows me, at the very least, he's respectable. And respectable will get you a long way in life, period. And when your leader comes up to you, and that was the most emotion that I think we've ever seen out of Deshaun Watson up until this point, and seeing Deshaun Watson do that and them go, and he go, yes, sir, and them get it together, that's what builds chemistry. That's what, when you look back at it, be like, yeah, I'll ride for this dog. Like, I love that interaction. I really did. So I'm so glad we honestly saw that, because that was the first real, like how we always talk about like the first couple of years of Stefanski, we always talked about how he showed no emotion. We rarely seen emotion from Deshaun Watson at all. And that was the most emotion that we seen out of him. So that's a great step moving forward, man. I won't say great. Nothing was great about yesterday. Good. It was a good step forward. Yeah, that holding call was still unreal, bro. Unreal. I think we might go to the Commanders game, though. I got to do some research, find out where the tailgate is. We might drive the RV up there. Anybody going to the game next week? I don't blame you if you don't. But is anybody making a trip up there? If so, what's the vibe like? What do I expect? Do not travel for this team. I love my team, guys. That's what you guys don't understand. Like, my life revolves around this team, sadly. I won't say sadly. I enjoy it. I'm living an absolute dream. I get to talk about the team that I grew up watching every week, every single day of my life. So whether they're 1-10, 1-15, whatever the case may be, I love my team. So it is what it is. No, they're frustrating. They're definitely frustrating. But I low-key do want to see some. When are our starting linemen supposed to be back? It better be next week. I won't be, but like I said, I'll be in New Orleans. Do you watch baseball? Yeah, we'll have to watch some. I'm gonna go live for some baseball. That should be kind of fun. I've never done it. We'll see. We're definitely going to New Orleans though. We definitely gonna go to the NOLA. Hopefully by that time they got their act together. Let's see the schedule. So I think we might go to both of these games, honestly. I don't know, I don't know if we'll go in, but I think we might travel to both of these games. It's like a 6-hour drive for both. And then we got a 3-game home stretch, which is sweet. So we'll be in the Muni lot every week. And then New Orleans, back to back, or no, New Orleans, and then back home for Pitt. And then I know we're going to the Pit. I know we're going to Pittsburgh. We got to find out where to tailgate there. This is a Monday night game or a Sunday night game? Is this Monday or Sunday? 12-2. Can anybody double check that for me? What day is that? Sunday? Okay. Oh my, we got back to back 8 p.m. So wait. Oh, this is the Thursday night game. Oh, okay. So we got a long week. Short week. Kind of. Right outside the stadium, they have multiple lots. Can I park my big ass RV there? That's my problem. Like, I want to take the RV. And then, what other away games are there? I think we're doing the Cincy one. We're definitely going to try to do the Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, so all the away games pretty much already happened or are going to happen. 12-2 is a Monday? Okay. I would love to go to Denver. I've never been to the West Coast. What up, J Money? They got to do something, Jacob. Something's got to happen. Let me know when you come into Pittsburgh. I'll be there. Bad, bro. You go. I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need some of my Pittsburgh fans to rock with your boy, so we can keep it kosher over there. It's gonna be weird seeing a bunch of Steelers fans coming up saying, "Hey, I'm not a Browns fan, but I like your stuff." It's gonna be weird. Let's go, Grayson. Appreciate you, bro. All right, boys. You guys got any? I mean, hopefully this therapy session. Hopefully, I said some things that you needed to see or that you needed to hear. Obviously, some press conferences will probably come out today. If there's if there's anything like crazy, that comes up that I need to go live for, I'm going live the second it happens because I'm trying not to unleash chaos this week because I do know I for some reason my opinion pisses a lot of people off, and I didn't enjoy the week that I had last week because I pissed off a lot of people. So I need to see what coach said. I need to hear some press conferences. I need to I need to be chill because I'm trying not to unleash chaos this week. Because I know once I start, it's gonna be a downhill battle at this point, or uphill battle. But be cool. We'll be all right. And I'll catch you guys maybe either later today or tomorrow. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the therapy session. Anybody on TikTok want to go to the YouTube channel? If you just came in, this will be up live on the YouTube channel as well, so you can go back and watch the therapy session. And I'll see y'all later. All right. Peace.